Sarah, this is your sister, Sasha. Sasha. You're alive. So are you. You're so much bigger than the last time I saw you. Yeah, that happened. You've been gone for 4 years. Kids grow in 4 years. And your voice, your speech impediment's almost gone. I don't have a speech impediment. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why did you leave? One day you were there and then you were never there again, and that's not fair. I know it's not fair. Then why'd you do it? I was 21 at that point, and I had been talking to mom and dad about wanting to move out, get my own place, and I had been asking about the money that they had set aside for me. But the night that I left, I overheard them talking to their lawyer. They were making sure that legally they didn't have to give any of us anything ever. The only reason I had stayed up until that point was because I wanted the money that I had made. I don't expect you to understand, but I couldn't look at them again, Sarah. I had to leave that night. If that's true, why didn't you tell us? Don't you think that's information we would have liked to know too? I've been trying to tell you. Sunny was the only one with an email address and a phone number when I left. I've contacted her every day for the last 4 years. She just hasn't gotten back to me yet. Let's talk about method acting and why it's so stupid. If you're not aware, method acting is a practice that some actors do, the vast majority of them male, where they make their job harder than it has to be so that they can complain about how hard their job is. To be more specific, method acting is when an actor refuses to break character, whether the camera is on or off, for the entirety of the time that they're working on a project. They also go to extremes to feel connected with their character. One example of method acting is when Leonardo DiCaprio, middle-aged man, famous for never dating anyone older than 25, ate a real raw bison liver for The Revenant. He didn't think that the fake liver that the prop department had worked so tirelessly on looked real enough, so real liver it was. And of course that contributed to his Oscar win that year. But you know what's harder than eating a raw bison liver and making it look like you're eating a raw bison liver? Eating a fake bison liver and making it look like you're eating a real bison liver. Austin Butler hired an accent coach to relearn his real voice because he was in character for so long playing Elvis, he forgot how to talk like himself. The reason that most of the method actors are men is because women are more likely to have real people who rely on them outside of themselves. Can you imagine if Emma Stone method acted for Cruella, went home to her baby and refused to drop the shtick? If in order to do your best acting, you have to recreate the circumstances that your character is in almost exactly and you never can break character, you're not good at acting. Acting is not that serious and it's not that hard. And if you can't do it without making the people around you miserable, you're not that good at it. Hi everybody, it's me, Whittle Sandwich from the Sandwich Family. You all know I have an incredible life where I get to make videos with my family, but sometimes I get bullied for my speech impediment, and that has a really negative impact on my mental health. So I started going to talk therapy, and my mental health has improved so much. And I want your mental health to improve too. That's why the Sandwich Family is partnered with Improved Assistance. Use the code Mental Health Matters Sandwich Family to get 50% off your first session with Improved Assistance. Ask your parents if therapy could be right for you. Now that was way too much with the arms. We're gonna have to do it again. Okay. Do you think maybe we don't have to say that I get bullied because of the speech impediment? Because I just feel like if people find out that I don't have a speech impediment, they're gonna be so mad at me. You do have a speech impediment, honey. How long am I gonna have a speech impediment? Because you said that I could grow out of it when I turned 13. Once we get a speech pathologist to sponsor us, it can get better, but I don't think we should ever drop it completely. Do you think that I could maybe go to therapy for real? Why would you need therapy? Well, I mean, I do get bullied because of the speech impediment. But it's not real, so why would you take it personally? Yeah, okay, yeah. Daddy, how did you find us?
I put GPS on Divinity. When you ran away, I put some precautions in place to prevent losing any more of my prize daughters.
GPS? I knew this wasn't helping me breathe.
Enough chit-chat! Divinity, Daddy's here! Your demon-possessed sister cannot hurt you anymore! Now let's go home and get you married to Jeremiah before he decides to rescind his offer!
What do you mean, rescind his offer?
You didn't think I'd give away one of my precious daughters for free, did ya? He's given me his truck in exchange for divinity.
Daddy?
What? It's a beautiful truck. We all must make sacrifices for the Lord.
Mama.
Mama, I told you to wait outside!
My sweet girl is safe. Let your mama hold you. Stay with Darlene. I love you.
Enough hugging! Let's go!
Divinity, you are 18 years old. You are an adult. They cannot make you go. Please do not go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm staying with Darlene, Daddy. I'm sorry.
I don't think so. I'm not leaving here without you.
Hi, I'm Brittany. You must be Darlene's daddy. This is my house, and you do not have permission to be here. I'm going to give you exactly 5 seconds to leave on your own accord, and then I'm going to start offering my assistance. And it tripped until it dropped. What a beautiful passage. Some of his best work, to be sure. I hope that we all noticed that we experienced this passage with all 5 senses. Can anybody tell me what we tasted? Okay, Edmund. Clementine. Right, we tasted the clementine, the sweet nectar of the clementine, which provided us a brief respite from our otherwise bleak and melancholy world. And now what did we smell? Katie? Ashley? Okay, Edmund, what did we smell? Citrus and sewage. Right, even the sweet smell of our favorite fruit could not mask the revolting, rotting smell of the Victorian River Thames. Now, what did we hear? Autumn? Gracie May? We hear the clomping of hooves on cobblestone. You know what I did not hear, Edmund? I did not hear the sound of my voice calling your name. I did, however, hear a soft sigh escape young Gracie May's lips as an opportunity was snatched from her by a boy, an experience she will no doubt relive again and again as her life progresses. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but that unit that you toured today, I have like 35 people touring that unit this week. So if you're serious, let's put pen to paper. Could you just clarify what the rent is? Right. Rent. And there is rent because there's costs associated with things. But once I explain our amenities, I think the rent will make sense. First and foremost, safety. Safety is huge for us at the apartment. We pride ourselves on our safety. So something that we do that not everybody does, lit hallways. Our hallways have the lights on all the time because it's our belief that it's safer for people walking if the lights are on, even when it's nighttime. So that's something we're pretty passionate about. The next thing, bathroom guarantee, guaranteed bathrooms. Each of our units has a bathroom, and that includes a toilet and additionally a sink and a shower. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, not everybody has that. And another thing that we have, parking. Parking is included in the rent. Now, we do not currently have a parking lot, but we have a plan to plan a parking lot soon. And this is kind of an initial sketch of what we're looking at. And then, of course, we've got community. Like, seriously, you couldn't find better people than at the apartments. And what is the rent? You see, I don't want to tell you now because I feel like you're going to be mean to me about it. this is how you feel about Ring cameras. I would love to hear your thoughts on teachers posting TikToks with their students, even with no faces shown. Let's talk about it, because I do have thoughts. I think the first step in this conversation is admitting that teachers are human beings that make mistakes. When I taught first grade, I had so many parents tell me that they just don't know how I did it, that I was a saint. But I wasn't a saint. I was just a person doing a job. And teachers, just like the rest of us, feel the pull of the attention economy. A lot of times with these teacher videos, it's not necessarily privacy that's being jeopardized, it's the education. If you teach middle school and every day you've posted a new, I had my middle schoolers listen to this song and they wrote down their thoughts for me on a post-it note video, middle schoolers have a block schedule most of the time. They're with you for around 60 minutes a day most of the time. And you have spent part of that 60 minutes listening to an entire song and then giving the kids time to write down their thoughts, all for what? Does it benefit them? You had your preschoolers attempt a craft that was objectively too difficult for their age group, and then when they're done with them, you pick out the ugliest ones and you put it to that sound that's like, first we got and then we got. Are you choosing activities based on the content that it will provide you? As for teachers who are filming their students and putting it on TikTok, that's against the rules almost everywhere. Cameras are everywhere right now. Every time you leave your house, you might get filmed by a stranger and put on the internet. I think schools should be a sanctuary away from that. The camera changes the dynamic in the classroom. If you set up your camera in front of you right before you're about to have a serious conversation with your students, it's no longer a conversation with your students, it's a performance. I do think too many people, women in particular, are pushed into the teaching profession when it's really not the right profession for them. Are you crafty? Be a teacher. Are you organized? Be a teacher. Are you loud? Be a teacher. Are you quiet? Be a teacher. But some of you don't want to be teachers, and that's okay. If you find yourself asking, how am I going to make content out of this school day? Maybe you don't really want to be a teacher.